When I was 6 years old, I was sexually abused. My mom had left me and my brother with a babysitter that she had trusted, and on 3 different occasions he raped me and had me participate in sexual things with him, bribing me with candy. I gained a huge conflict from this. I was afraid that because of what I had done later in life, when I found out what sex was, I thought that I was a homosexual. I thought that this man had made me a homosexual. This was something that I was going to have to pay for, that at some point God was going to ask me why I did this, that God was going to look at me and say, you should have known not to do this. You should have known that this was wrong. And I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea that I was going to carry this with me for the rest of my life. When I was in 7th grade, I met my best friend. Her name is Tamara. She instantly was somebody I confided in. I talked to her for hours on the phone. We used to fall asleep on the phone talking to each other. I became an altar boy and was really involved in the Catholic Church. I was really involved in my youth group. I was doing retreats and doing missions and doing things that I thought was obviously gaining a closer relationship with God. And this was also very similar to the things that my friend Tamara was doing at the time. And at some point, the priest that I was serving as an altar boy, he sexually abused me when I was going through puberty. I was confused, I was lost, I was questioning the world as it was. He groomed me through and through. He followed every step of the playbook. He made me believe he was my friend. He made me believe that by hanging out with him, that I would somehow gain more knowledge of God and gain more acceptance into heaven, and that he could absolve me of my sins in the flash, and all I had to do was talk to him and confess to him the things that I was doing. When I accepted what had happened and realized that he wasn't my friend, that he was playing me and that he was abusing me, it brought back all the feelings of when I was 6 years old, and the devastation and the powerlessness and the I felt that God was either not existing or hated me. I felt that how could this happen to me? How could all these terrible things happen to me in my life? And why am I supposed to still believe? You know, what I wondered all the time is when I finally met God, I wondered if I could just ask him, what did you expect me to do? What did you think I would do? After all these things happened, what did you expect? Very quickly after, within 6 months, I started relying on alcohol, many drugs. I experimented with cocaine. I did PCP. I at one point smoked crack to try to fill this void that had now been reopened. I felt so belittled. I felt so robbed of power. I needed something to feel manly. I needed something to feel like I was in control. And with drugs and with using women, and it was an outlet for me to try to fill that void in. In 2002, I moved down to Florida for drug treatment, and started my new journey with God. And as I had dubbed it, my Jesus, I gained a great spiritual relationship with Jesus, and really relying on my spirituality to get me through my difficulties. And it was certainly a God thing that brought my great friend, my best friend, Tamara, down. She had a free plane voucher. She came down to visit me, and something changed. She had changed her feelings from friendship to wanting to be with me romantically, and it was my prayers had been answered for all my life. Me and my wife challenge ourselves constantly as parents to do our duties, to teach our children about God and His love and what He has done for us over and over again. And He's enabled me to accomplish many goals in my life. I'm a business owner. I own a screen printing company in Cocoa Beach. We read the Bible to our children as often as we can to try to take any experience and show our children what it is that God is working in and what it is that He's doing in our lives and in their lives. It's a major reason that we drive an hour and a half up to Salty Church from Cocoa Beach to receive the message that Robbie gives us, to be humble and to challenge ourselves as Christians, that it's not going to be easy, that it's not always pretty, but it's reward, and it's constant, and it's always there for us when we need it. And it's the only tool that I need in my toolbox anymore is the reliant love that I have on Jesus and on His enduring love in our lives. Last week, I decided to get baptized to declare that at all costs I will follow God, no matter where it is that He leads me, because we've realized that evil may be in existence and it may be around, people may sin, but God has the ultimate say. He's the one that's going to come through and rescue me, and that's the type of message I want to give to my children and to society, and that's our duty as Christians. My name is Brandon Rains. This is my story. It's not about me, it's about God's love and His rescue in my life.